Okay. Think about it this way: the way that we are told to think about things, the way that we're instructed to do things, is very often unnatural. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about learning. I think about discovery.
Mm-hmm.
I think about what do I not know that I want to know or that I need to know. Because learning it should be something that happens automatically. You shouldn't have to sort of program yourself to learn things. It should be logical, that is practical to do the thing that you need to do because you want to take some kind of step forward. So the idea that we have to instruct people to learn, I think, is a big mistake. It's much more the, about the provision of the environment and the ability to explore the environment that creates creates the learning process and the understanding process as well of how things work. And so that's how that's how I look at learning. It's the same way where it's the same principle where if you want to be creative, the way to do that is to document what it is that you do. Because
Mm-hmm.
being creative just for the sake of being creative sort of misses the point that people are creative automatically anyway. And that I think if people are just aware of what it is that they're doing, they become more creative because they become more experimental because they understand things more. They look at things more. They question things more. They try things more. And so this idea uh, that it's difficult to create is I think it's something that we do anyway. We do it naturally. Um, and it's almost like some kind of harmony with nature where nature doesn't I don't think nature thinks about growth. I think it just grows. And and so if we live in a holistic way, we should just grow. Now, connecting that to the emotional equations, it's understanding that once again there's a series of processes involved. The end result, the end feeling, the end point is just knowing where we are, but not understanding how we got there. And so, if somebody is saying, for example, I feel jealous, well, it's very important to express that that emotion exists, but it in no way explains why it exists. And
Mm-hmm.
so the emotional equation is then um, a realization that the jealousy is a result of problems with self-esteem, problems with mistrust, problems with kindness, problems with pride, problems with vanity. All of these things sort of cooking together create this end result of jealousy. And the key, or I think most important point there is self-esteem. That
Mm-hmm.
the person becomes jealous because they, for some reason, wish to control others or believe it's unjust that others have more than they do when it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what others have in comparison to what you have. It only matters what you have in comparison to what you have, or even what you do with what you have, because you can you can do more with a half destroyed old Fiat driving it up and down the road than you can do with a Ferrari in your garage, right? So um, the
Yeah, one is sitting in a garage unused.
yeah, and you know which clothes are the best clothes? Are the well-worn clothes, right?
True.
Those are the things that make you feel comfortable, right? It's not the thing that you wear once, twice, three times a year doesn't really have that much value overall in the bigger picture. So um, Another example with emotions is uh, regret, where somebody might have some negative feeling about some element of their past, but and that's usually a mixture of disappointment in the results and taking responsibility for what happened at that point in time as well, realizing that maybe the value system the person had was wrong, maybe, um, and maybe r- results are very often, and very often it's like 90% at least, justified. Results are very often justified. Winning is very often justified as a result of hard work. Losing is very often justified that you didn't play well enough. But it, it's how where the ball, if you have a ball, where the ball lands depends on how well you throw the ball and how far you throw the ball. The point where the ball lands is justified. It's justified. The result is justified. The result justifies the action. Like people, like regret would be like, oh well, that didn't happen, but it was the right result at the time for the elements of things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, oh, I regret the fact I didn't get into university. Well, that not getting into university was the right result at the time. Analyzing all of the points of the equation. So it's realizing that most results are in general just. We do get an element of luck and craziness in things as well, but that happens much less. What else do we have? Sometimes people have negative emotions such as despair, which is a mixture of suffering and meaning. Despair is a feeling of being lost, not sure what to do, and that's because you don't have direction. You don't have a vision. You haven't given yourself a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where companies get lost. They just don't have a mission, right? What is it that? So there's a woman I know who has she makes products for skin care. It's homemade products, and they're quite good quality, and they help people who have like dry skin problems. And she had some health problems herself, and developed these creams to help herself. But her mission, which drives her business, is to end homelessness.
End homelessness?
Yes, to end homelessness. To help as many homeless people as she can through her business. Yeah, to end homelessness. And that's what drives her business. And her products for skin care, a lot of people who are homeless very often have health problems, skin problems, so she's able to take her products and give her products to these people and improve the quality of their lives, and it also drives her business as well. And that mission is a far greater benefit to her and society than selling more products.
Mm-hmm.
That mission is what is a better conversation to have than how can we sell more products. You still need to sell more products, but
then it's just about money and business, and it's yucky and dirty.
Yep, exactly. And in any business, you want to give a reason for people to believe in what you do. So it's just another positive element that can help drive things forward. So another negative emotion to look at would be disappointment. With disappointment is again your expectations are incorrect. Yeah. Where I'm really disappointed in you, but I'm me.
Yeah.
Disappointment is usually just an inability to accurately assess reality.
How about anxiety?
Okay, so if you're in the water and you panic,
yeah,
it's not useful, helpful,
no,
practical. You have to remain calm and swim properly. Yeah, panic is not going to help. So, panic and anxiety come together because anxiety is a description of a person who is in panic mode in their head. Now, panic for me manifests itself with I don't know what to do. That's why I'm panicking. Because if I knew what to do, I would do it. But I don't know what to do. I'm not certain about what is the right thing. And why are you not certain? I don't know, an inability to ask for advice, maybe. Yeah. So if you're not sure if this or this, I'm not an expert. Excuse me, Mr. Expert. This or this, what should I choose and why? Because I'm not an expert and I value your opinion. You tell me something and I will choose that thing. You know how difficult that is for so many people?
Yes, it is.
It's actually no. This is where the non-thinking person wins, right? Because they're like, which one? This one. Thank you. And off they go, right? Right now they're like a Muppet, right? So the problem is their inability to judge whether or not the advice they're getting is valuable or not. The advice might be bad advice. But when you realize that you don't know about something, like say something breaks in my computer, I'm not going to try and fix it. I'm going to take it to somebody I know who knows about computers, who's going to fix it or give me the best parts, or just tell me what to tell me what to do. But I can't tell you what to do. Well, that means you're asking the wrong person, right? So find the right person. I don't know to tell you what to do. Well, tell me who I can. It's like me on the phone to the bank. Okay, you can't tell me what to do. Give me somebody who can. Oh, nobody can tell you what to do. Well, you're all fucking useless then, right? What a complete waste of my time. Yeah, anxiety. An inability to ask for help, panicking in the water, you're drowning yourself basically, and that doesn't help. That doesn't help other people because drowning yourself might be drowning other people as well. So it's like the drowning person grabs other people and pulls them under the water. So in terms of working in an office environment, it's just you're taking the energy and the time of other people for your own problems. It's fucking selfish.
Yes.
And that's because of their own inability to ask for help, and that's you can't tell someone to ask for help. It doesn't work. They have to find the solution themselves. It's probably because they have a history of powerlessness where other people have made all the decisions for them. Therefore, they're not used to making decisions, so they don't know how to do it. They don't understand the process they have to go through to make the decisions. So, anxiety is a history that is a lack of responsibility, where other people made the decisions in essence for you. You didn't make any decisions yourself, so you don't actually know how to make any decisions. So probably in the past there were a lot of people who supported them.
Mm-hmm.
But this support had a negative effect. Because it removed their, what's called, they removed their agency from them. Their ability to make decisions for themselves. And,
agency.
Yeah, so, you can say to a person like that, you probably felt in a previous job or in a different position that you had a lot more support. And they would be like, yes. And then you say, well, what if that support had a negative effect? By not allowing you to suffer when you needed to suffer.
I think I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look, if you continue to give people painkillers, they won't feel the pain that they need to feel. Now, some people will think it's helpful to, if someone's in pain, somebody will think it's helpful to give them painkillers. Seems logical. However, certain times in certain situations we need to feel the pain so that we know where the problem is. Yeah, if we don't feel the pain, we don't know what to fix.
Mm-hmm.
And the end result is an anxious person because somebody else was anxious about them.
Yeah.
And that anxiety transferred. Because you have no confidence in me, I have no confidence in myself. Parent to child.
Mm-hmm. And that's no control business. People who can, they make their own babies.
Don't wait. Don't wait. It's always a mistake, right? Well, here's a scenario for you. I'm going to wait just for fun, right? Just for fun. We're going to wait a few years before having children. Wow, I didn't know you could get to decide about that. I thought it was up to the universe, It's like production of children is uncertain in general, right? Those who shouldn't have lots of kids and those who should in general have less. I mean, it's bizarre, right? It's just all backwards. And then when people say, "Well, we're waiting," it's like you don't get to decide. It's one of those nature things. Nature is more powerful than people, right? It's not something that's going to magically happen exactly when you want it to happen. It doesn't work like that. You are not as in control as you think you are of that element.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even when you think you are in control, you're not. You know what I mean? Right, so don't wait, right? There we go. So we talked about the difficult emotions.